everybody. I believe it's been a wonderful moment with you all, and all is just working as we want it to be. Shalom once again. This is your humble servant, Nyansaboakwa, and I believe it's going to be one of the most wonderful moments in life as we discuss on reincarnation. At this critical moment, there are a set of people who believes reincarnation exists. Some also believe that it doesn't exist at all. So who is telling the truth? Who is lying? Who should be taken serious? It all bounces back to us as a people to really understand the technicalities of things around us. I know there's something that is really moving all around us, and we are coming to that point where a lot of believers think it's a blasphemy or it's uncalled for to say reincarnation exists. But hear me out. Reincarnation has been existing and will continuously be existing so far as God wants it to be. You can just decide to take it or to refuse it. But I know one thing for sure, that there have been so many speeches on this. But at times, I believe what Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 says is exactly so. Because the Bible speaks about how lack of knowledge has caused people to perish. There are so many people who have been here, passed on, and came back. You can take it or not. Because Jesus Christ even said, I have a lot to tell you, but if I tell you, you cannot take it. Even Jesus. That talks about how we as mortal beings have to be extra careful. Because if care is not taken, anything at all can happen in our life. But understand one thing, that God brings us to that level of maturity so that we will know what to do and what we ought not to do. When we talk of reincarnation is from the word canal. When we talk of canal or canality, we are talking of the body. What at all are we trying to bring on board? I am talking of the body. The body that we have here, that's why we say canal being. So when the soul comes to dwell in the body, we say it has incarnated. It has come to stay in the body. So you as a personality is not what we see outside, but what is within. So he that is within is more than that is without, or what is outside. So your personality is not determined by what we see outside, but what is inside. That is what defines you. That is what makes you. That is what carries you to where you ought to be. But these things, a lot of people do not want us to talk about. But anytime they raise this, we now understand where they are coming from. Had this been a bad thing, or if it never existed, one in Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5, God said, before I formed thee in thy mother's womb, I knew thee. So before you were formed, that's the formation, to give it a form. Before we had the body here, God knew us. So he formed us in this body. There was a meaningful formation, that's a tangible one to those on this earth. Because every realm has gotten a body that responds appropriately to it. So if you be in this earth realm, then you have to put on the earth body. But there are people here who are still with the angelic realm. There are people here who are using other bodies. Some might be using this body, but ask yourself, what is within the body? When you are done, don't think it has just ended, because you have to go back. If your mission is not accomplished, you will come back, but not necessarily in the same body that you left. You will come back in another body. That's why they said, Jesus Christ asked his disciples, whom do they say I am? And they said, some are saying, you are one of the prophets who has come back to life, who has reincarnated, who has taken on another body. Had it been a bad thing, Jesus Christ would have said, no, it's never so. It is never accepted. So when we talk of reincarnation, it's a soul that took on a body, left the body, and has come to take on another body. So reincarnation has its roots in various religious backgrounds, whether you like it or yes. That's how it is made to be. Someone might be asking, where from this? How do I know if I am an old soul, or I am a reincarnated being? Basically, these people don't fight anyhow. These people take life slowly. One typical way to see or observe yourself is to see yourself going to a place, not even reaching there, saying, this side, this is what is next. You get to the place and it is so. And you see that it looks like you have been to that place, but practically you have never been to the place. Yet, in your being, you are able to see all these things that are ahead of you so accurately. That's one side. Number two, there are certain things that people will be taking it so hard, but you become so cool. It looks like you have passed through that before, yet that incident has never been an experience. You have gone through it before. Your soul went and came back. Though it's a different body, but the experience you had is still with you. It has been registered. It has been registered within you. At times, we have to understand that when you come to this level of maturity, understanding that life has a lot to offer us, you don't fight people, you don't hold grudges with people. All souls or reincarnated beings might not know, because they might have lost touch with where they came from. Because God said, before I formed thee, I knew thee. The formation of a man is as to give it its tangibility in the realm in which that being is. So it takes someone who is ready to delve deeper into these matters, to go deeper and deeper into these things. Shalom, 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 shalom. Whenever things are happening around you, believe you me, we are not all equal. Everyone has gotten his or her own assignment. When your assignment is not accomplished, one day you will come back. So, what do we say of this? Are we going to live our life anyhow? Yet, there are certain instances that we want to prove to people that we do exist. But things are also holding us up. Are you an old soul? Or you are just a fresh soul? You are just on this earth. You don't know where you are going to. You don't know where you are coming from. I want us to just come together. Let's find our purpose. The first thing that makes one so powerful and successful is being able to identify your purpose. For instance, you go to a school, your first appearance, you ask yourself, why am I here? Why am I here? When you are able to answer this question, you now become a master. You don't say that it is my mother who brought me here. No, me, I didn't want to go to school. Me, I didn't want to do this. I wanted to do this, but my mom forced me. No. No. That's the reason why most of us fail. Instead of accepting the challenge or where life wants to put us and finding out why we are there, we seem to fight various institutions around us. And that has been one of the major reasons why believers, I don't know how you take the believers, I mean people who are seeking awakening, come to that level of maturity and they tell others that we have to make it a success. Let me tell you something. 2024 holds a lot of mysteries for us. Next year is a year of money. It's a year of new beginnings. It's not a year of beginning. It's a year of new beginnings. Complete everything this year. Now, understand one thing. Next year is a year that is being tied to the number 8. The number 8, as it is written, never ends. It means when you ended, where you thought you have ended, you have to start. It is a time for the old souls to get back to who they are, where they were, where they are supposed to go, and how they have to carry on with their life assignment. This might be deep for you, it might be easy for you to understand when you have started with your purpose. But in all of this, I want you to understand one thing, that God has gifted us whatever we need in life. If you don't search for those that you have to work with, you will always mingle yourself in the mud. Understand that people are always muddy because men were taken from clay, and clay is always muddy when it is being mixed with water. You might be in the wrong mud and you'll be mad. Understand this principle of life. Not everybody on this earth is your friend. Not everybody on this earth is your sibling. Not everybody on this earth is your nibbling. Not everybody on this earth carries the same assignment that you have. There's a saying or an adage that iron sharpeneth iron. Iron sharpeneth iron. Don't joke with things that have been happening around you. Anything that happens is for a purpose. Anything that comes into your thoughts is actually being registered, whether it be by the angelic or it be by your past life. Have you seen at times you'll be there and you'll be thinking about certain things that you have been doing in the past? So certain thoughts come to us, though we have never ever done such things, but they might be a playback of our old self. Reincarnation exists. Had it not been that, Jesus would have said it doesn't exist. They said, some are saying you are one of the prophets that has come. How can a prophet who is dead come if it is not reincarnation? It is the soul that leaves man. The soul never dies. So man never died. It is the body that goes back. You see, we are full of energy, and energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it can pick up one form or the other. That's the transformation. When something is being formed, it can be transformed, it can be transfigured, it can put on another form. All these things should ring in our ears to understand that we have a purpose. At times, it's not easy to just come across your purpose. Some find it very easy. But for us who are always stubborn and have lost touch with nature or divinity, we mingle things up. Let me tell you something. Being a Christian does not guarantee that you are moving on the right path. Don't get it twisted. It is never so. Being a Muslim doesn't mean you've gotten it all. I don't know your religion, and I don't want to sound religious, but I want to sound as one with the trumpet. Who is blowing the trumpet to cause a lot of people to come to that awakening that we are here for a purpose. We are not here for anything. We are here for a purpose. Anything goes, no. It's never like that. If you're not able to fight for something to retain it, one day you lose it. What is your purpose? What is my purpose? We are on a life journey and we are on a life assignment. We move to the highest realms and our energy is so elevated. When we understand that we as beings are full of energy, when we talk of energy, we are talking of the vibrations. When we talk of the vibrations, we are talking of the awakenings. When we talk of the awakenings, we are talking about us getting to know ourselves and doing things as it is supposed to be. Beloved, understand one thing. Things that We feared to speak out. So far as the boldness has just popped up, nothing stops us. We are moving from today. We are moving like the warriors, and we are delving deeper. If you want to be with me as we walk on in this life's journey, you can inbox me. Whoever wants to join this, the highest form of our being, whoever wants to be a master, whoever wants to know the purpose, just come on board. Just come on board. You can choose to just send me a WhatsApp message. We are moving on to a new realm. We are moving on to an uncommon realm of possibility. We are supposed to take on what people believe in that is not theirs. Do you believe in reincarnation? You might not believe it, but listen to me. It's like being in a room that is very dark, and there is a pit that has been dug there, and it has been covered. You stepped through it and you never got into the pit. Someone stepped into it and the person just got into the pit. You who didn't get into it means you did not step on it, or that weight to get into the pit was not what you were carrying. So the fact that you didn't get into the pit doesn't mean that there was no pit. Don't deceive yourself. No, don't deceive yourself. A lot of things happen around us, but we are looking out for things that will be wired just to connect ourselves into that realm of possibility, that realm where there is total synchronicity, that realm where we become masters of our life. We learn from each other, we get ourselves. Let's talk about nature, let's talk about the vibrations, let's talk about how various people or groups call it. I don't know, but I believe that we are going on and having a new form. If you care to be a partaker, don't forget, join me via WhatsApp on +233 21 21 0905. It is time to let the world know that the masters are here. Shalom and peace be unto anyone who was with me. Stay blessed and focused. I say, Shalom. Peace. Shalom.